From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, February the 10th, 2023. We open with a deadly car ramming in Jerusalem this morning in which 2 Israelis were killed, including a small child. An Arab Israeli drove his vehicle deliberately into a group of people waiting at a bus stop near the Ramot Junction, killing 20-year-old Alter Shlomo Lederman and 6-year-old Yaakov Yisrael Fali. 5 others were hurt, including reportedly the child's father and 8-year-old brother, who was said to be in critical condition. The driver was shot and killed by an off-duty police officer who arrived at the scene. There are reports that the attacker suffered from mental health issues, but the incident is being treated as a terror attack. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, on behalf of all the citizens of Israel, I send my condolences to the families of those murdered in the attack in Jerusalem. I conducted a security situation assessment and ordered to increase forces, make arrests, and act immediately to seal the terrorist's house and demolish it. Israel's President Isaac Herzog saying, together with the people of Israel, I grieve with the families and pray for the recovery of the injured. Life-saving operations continue in Turkey. The Times of Israel reported IDF search and rescue experts pulled a 10-year-old boy out of a collapsed building this morning, bringing to 18 the number of Turkish civilians rescued by Israel's Home Front Command teams. And the IDF said its medical delegation assisted in the reopening of a local hospital today that was abandoned during the earthquakes and will now provide medical treatment to victims in the area, utilizing medical equipment and devices that were sent from Israel, using the hospital's emergency medical department and intensive care and operating rooms. The Anne Frank House said an anti-Semitic text was projected onto the Amsterdam home of the young diarist, which is now a museum, this past Monday night, that read, Anne Frank, inventor of the ballpoint pen, footage of which was also seen in a hate video the museum wrote on a private telegram group from the U.S. The museum said the reference to the ballpoint pen is a claim from extreme right-wing circles that Anne Frank's diary is a forgery because it was allegedly partly written with a ballpoint pen, which only came into use after the Second World War. The museum calling those claims lies, saying the perpetrators are attacking the authenticity of Anne Frank's diary and inciting hatred. With this, they attempt to question or deny the existence of the Holocaust. Well, a special event was held yesterday at the United Nations dedicated to stopping the global rise of anti-Semitism, hosted by the United States mission to the UN and the permanent missions to the UN of Argentina, Canada, Israel, Morocco, the UK, and Mexico. Participants and speakers included CEO of the American Jewish Committee, Ted Deutsch, U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, U.S. Special Envoy to Monitor and Combat Anti-Semitism, Ambassador Deborah Lipstadt, and Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff, who referred to his recent trip to Poland and Germany with Lipstadt.
And my message to all of you is the same message that I carried with me throughout my trip to Europe. We must all speak out against anti-Semitism and call out those who don't. Silence is not an option. We must build coalitions to tackle this epidemic of hate. We must bring together people from all backgrounds, all faiths, all ethnicities, because hate is interconnected. It affects everyone.
Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, February the 10th. Live Shabbat services are coming up from New York City's Central Synagogue at 6 o'clock, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, concerts from Ron Eliran and MASA. At 9, it's the film Backdoor Channels, The Price of Peace, about the Camp David Accords in 1979. At 10, Eric Goldman is joined by Israeli director Eran Kolirin to discuss Let It Be Morning, his satirical film about Israeli-Palestinian tensions. At 10:30, it's a replay from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central. And coming up next, a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, February the 10th, 2023. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well, and Shabbat Shalom.